What stuff are you working this evening, mate?
So we're working on just breaking people down from this turtle position on the fence. So I like to do things in a block. Now we might do like 6 weeks on one thing, and every week I'll try and do like a new move, and then we'll kind of go through the stages. So we're just recapping the breakdowns off last week, and then after that we're going to go to actually breaking down and controlling the wrist in different controls depending on where the postures are. And then next week we're going to move on to chaining different things together from the techniques.
Are you stuck behind him? Inside so both of us are on the side. Why do you go behind him and go to the side? No, I don't mean the lock, I mean the body. You're sitting behind him, I'm sitting inside him. Can you still do it, or have you got to be behind him?
We're breaking each other down from the side rather than behind him.
Yeah. So would you transition behind him?
As I'm just moving, yeah, so...
So what, we're starting from the knee behind him?
Yeah.
Eye, shoulder. Oh, so you do it as you change the grip?
Who are you training with this evening?
Phil, obviously even me and training partners Phil, he's here like every day, so I'm out with Phil, but 2 guys from London, Stuart Austin and Lou Sutherland have come down. Did some of me around this morning, and then a hard wrestling session just there, so 4 big guys.
Yeah, 2 sessions. Do you normally get 2 sessions in a day, or?
Yeah, 2 every day, yeah, 2 most. I would say sometimes 3, but the 3rd session is maybe lightweight if I do a 3rd session. Usually I'll stick to 2, hard one in the morning, maybe an easy one at night, or vice versa. Usually easier morning, hard at night, stuff like that.
Noticed obviously Tom Aspinall, Paul Craig down the other day as well. You get a load of good training partners here, there.
At the minute, I think since I've been here maybe 3 or 4 years now, like obviously when I joined there was a few heavyweights, Phil was the main one, and now Paul was coming down more, so I got Paul Craig, obviously one of the best grapplers of his back, and then Tom's just started coming down. We travel up there, down there a little bit, so the minute I've got like probably the best heavyweights in the world, I'd say.
TFT, I'll say, like you're saying, will be one of the best places for heavyweights at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. Last week there was a few guys from Manchester come down, and lads from Scotland, so I had like maybe 10 heavyweights on the mat, which is like unheard of, and all like a high standard where usually most gyms struggle to get 2.
Yeah. So you announced after Rise and Conquer that you were going to be on the Contender Series. How long before that did you sort of know that'd be happening, and did it depend on that win?
Yeah, so yeah, a couple of months before I got approached, asked to do it, I'd already been matched for Rise and Conquer. So Fisher spoke to them like, yeah, you can still have the fight, but you have to win. If you lose, there's no like Contender Series. So I spoke to Fisher, and I felt like at the point in my career I'd only had 4 pro fights. It was maybe a bit early. Having a 5th one, get more experience in the cage would be beneficial. A lot of people are like, oh, it's risky taking the fight because you know if you lose, you lost that massive opportunity. But at the end of the day, I just said, if you get beat in these fights, you're not ready for the UFC. So I took it.
Did you feel more pressure because of that going into it? Like?
No, a few people said that. Like everybody like deals with pressure differently, but I'm not like super stressful about fights. I do enjoy it. Like I'm not like completely calm. Obviously, everyone gets nerves and everyone's scared and on the day of the fight. But I was looking forward to it, and I just thought it worked perfectly. I got to practice. I was training. I got to show me striking. I didn't take too much damage. And I got to show some wrestling and grappling. And like it's time in the cage. I've only had 5 pro MMA fights, but that's quite a lot for a heavyweight. Like it's hard to get matched up. So it was like, if I won this fight, where's my next fight going to go? So I feel like I'm ready for these harder opportunities. So obviously the Contender Series, I'm looking forward to like the UFC.
Yeah. You did look like really chill backstage and stuff, and just always really calm.
Yeah, I'm always super chill. Obviously, I do. Of course, I get the fight. I do chill out a little bit and like concentrate. What really helped me at the minute is like visualising. So like through the week of my fight, I definitely feel a little bit anxiety. I notice I wake up a little bit earlier and that, and like I'm just dreaming about the fight constantly. I feel like it helps. I just try and play through all the scenarios. So I think about like waking up in the morning, what I do, I go to Sainsbury's, get like little bits of bobs in, go to the venue, talking to people behind, getting up everything, the walk out, everything. So I feel like when I'm walking out there, I've already done it all in my head. So like, what's to be nervous about? I've already done it.
Yeah. Do you think you'll be just as calm for the Contender Series next month? Or?
Yeah, like not to sound like arrogant or anything. Obviously, I know it's an amazing opportunity, but like it's another fight in the day. I just think of them all the same. Like somebody's gone there, they're trying to beat you. Do you know what I mean? Like even like fight people would say, "Oh, they're easier. Like you guaranteed to win." I've never thought like that. I've always thought to fight. I know it's like heavyweights out and happen. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be switched on for like full 15 minutes. Like I don't even know a lot of my fights I went past to the third round of the judges. I know like you need to be switched on, stuff like that. So I could easily go against it. So I just try and like think about my technique, not taking any daft shots, and like just being chill and calm, and just the more experience I've got now. I've had quite a few amateur fights, a few kickboxing fights, and obviously 5 pro MMA. I'm starting to feel like I'm putting stuff together in there. It's not just a blur rush. I'm like actually thinking about in there, like planning things.
What do you make of your opponent for it?
Yeah, so I got a different opponent originally. Then like a few weeks, well months ago now, I got a different opponent, some Brazilian guy. He's a lot similar to me. He's 5-0. You could say the same about me. He's finished a lot of his opponents early, so you haven't seen a great deal about him. But he's like any heavyweight. I always think they're all going to be explosive, they're all going to hit hard. So like I just think that's a given. So like I feel like me, I'm a bit fitter. I can move a little better than heavyweights. So just didn't attack anything stupid and just be me. I work it and he'll just break under my pressure.
Yeah. Same record as yourself. I think it's a very even matchup then.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, like people will say the same about me. They'll say, "Oh, you haven't seen a lot on us." So people will say, "Oh, like he's not good." You know what I mean? So like, but I know I'm levels above him. Like the people I'm training with, like how much better I'm getting since a year ago. Like I see myself like striking better, grappling better, wrestling better. I'm like just getting. At the minute I feel through the roof. Like me, like I'm doing okay with like Tom and Paul and Phil when they come, and these are some of the best guys in the world. So I'm like ready for it now.
Asking loads of questions in training this evening. Are you always like that? And what's Fisher's coaching like?
Oh, like if you ask, it's like a love-hate relationship. He hates me. I'm just constantly asking questions. He likes it as well. Like he said, helps him as a coach. But I'm not like one of these who just shows the technique and gets it straight away. I always struggle, but I always ask, and I want to get everything perfect. Like I'm not happy with just like. Just getting it, like, oh, if it's not perfect, I'm like, oh, what can I do better? And usually I'm like, Fish, I'm not getting these shows. And he's always like, God's sake, comes out, he'll explain it. I still not get it, but I just consistently ask him. I just want to get, I just want to be good. That's all I think about. I just want to be good. Even a little technique, something like, oh, that'll not work. It's not for big guys. I'm just like, I just want to get good. I just need to be better. That's all I think. Every day I just need to get better.
Love the craft.
Love it. Love the craft. And like, I kind of like praise Fish enough, honestly, since. Padding is like once a week, putting loads of hours in it, and I've been away to Poland with him, like with Phil's fights. He's literally took us in a room and just like had his jabbing, and like it must be frustrating for him because I was getting like nothing, I was useless. Yeah, I would get off good, and I think I've got this, then just back to square one, terrible again.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm actually getting the stuff, and like he actually made a real first of the day of me, like one of my first pad sessions with him to one of my latest ones, honestly. It was crazy. He had his jab on the spot, my hips were all out, my feet were terrible. Now I feel like still not perfect, but I'm definitely a million times better than before.
Where do you think that that love comes from for it then?
He just loves coaching, honestly. Like
for yourself, I mean.
Oh, for me. I don't know. I'm not like naturally good at anything. I thought even as a kid I was like chunky little kid, you know. Like I never really into sports at all. I started playing football. I was like 12, 13 for a couple of years. But I'm like naturally quite lazy. I could quite silly to sit in my room and do nothing all day. But when I train, I train so hard. So I feel like I've got good at just trying. I never give up. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm getting napped, honestly. I used to come and Phil and get napped. I just keep turning up every day. And like even now it's like sometimes I'll do a little better than them, and that's all I want, just to get better. That's all I try every day, just get a little bit better than before.
Do you think it's because you can notice the improvements, like you were saying?
Yeah, honestly, like for me first fight, like coming here, like I couldn't even wrestle against the cage, and now like I do well. And like getting up, honestly, like nobody keeps us down anymore. Like I struggle with filling around, but I'm just like I said, just constantly trying to get better. So I'll get a little bit better, then like I'll get next week, and I'm straight to Fisher, like what have I done wrong? And he's like, look, there's an answer for everything. Sometimes I'm a bit huffy at first, I'm like self-critical, and I'm like, crap, I'm terrible. And I'll usually go away a couple of weeks, he'll be like, just try it. Then I'll do it once, and I'm like, best technique ever.
Yeah.
But after the first few weeks, I was like, doesn't work for big guys. And then he's like, just try it. And then it's like, it works. And I'm like, Fisher, you're right, it does work. And he's like, that's what I was saying.
What can people expect from your match on the Contender Series next month?
So I think I'm always the same. I'm quite calm in there. I look for little openings. I take my time. I'm not crazy. I just break them down over time. I'll set little traps, fakes. I've been preparing for him now for like most of my camps. I've been just working on myself, but this opponent I've actually been able to work stuff on him. So it's like a little bit of a game plan now and some scenarios to go through. So I'm like ready for anything. Where a lot of my first fights was just me getting better personally, and now I've like got a person in mind where I can come and drill stuff with Fisher and like get better and stick with a game plan in the fight, and hopefully that shows in the fight.
Yeah, appreciate you chatting to me, mate. Best of luck.